Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to hook up a camera on a big boy for LightBurn. A lot of people are asking, is this possible? So we're going to learn today how to do it together, if it's even going to work. Because of the big bed, I am using a fisheye camera, basically wide angle. So we'll see how's that going to work. The first time hooking it up, we'll go from there. Again, I do have one on my small one that I removed because it had a fisheye, and I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I already did. And on the small one, I put just a webcam that I had reviewed, one of the good ones actually, and I did the bedside. Everything is okay. So let me show you, George. You know, my son's gonna go ahead and open the big boy bed. Okay, so here's what we did. Basically, we installed the cam over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's over here. The way I did it, I actually glued it with crazy glue here, so that way it will never move. And now, because on the old one I had it on this mount here, mounted, and this guy was moving and I'm gluing it, but I'm changing this. Plus I added actually light. Okay, from my experience on the old one, I actually changed my light, hitting from up down, that way so it will not reflect the camera basically. And plus I put reflector tape here, so when I close the bed, the cover, keeps calling the bed, light will not hit up here and bother my eyes or something if I'm recording or something for you guys. But still, you know, the lights are very strong. It lights up the whole actual bed. Actually, there's so much light sometimes, you know, if I put an object, especially looking at the camera, I won't see it good. But there's a trick I do, usually turn off the garage lights off, and then we'll take care of it. I'll just can turn the machine light off. Okay, and what I did, just some stuff update. I ran the wire through here, put this two-way tape, basically not two-way tape, it's a reflector tape. You know, it's not one of those nice job I did, but hey, better than nothing. It's doing the job, so I'm not gonna go ahead and organize it right now. You know, it works. I ran it all the way in the back that way, and it ran it in the hole, and it went down. And actually it went down the machine this way, and it came out. I made a hole over there that came out over there. Now I did one more thing while I was doing this. I actually eliminated this USB cable from here, because every time I was walking or doing something, it is in the way. Okay, I do have room. It's not like I don't have room. I do have room over here, but it's just better than not having a wire in the way. I'm never gonna unplug it, so all I did, I opened those two screws in here, took that in the back, and ran a USB extender all the way. I went this way behind this big boy and behind the fiber optic tower, and it went to my laptop. The good thing on my laptop, I have the Dell, okay, and actually I have the Dell Latitude. It's one of the business class basically laptop, and that came in with dock station. Okay, I didn't came in with it. I purchased a dock station actually from Amazon, and the reason I purchased this, not because I want the wire organized, because I have so many machines and cameras hooked up. On the actual Dell laptop, there's 1, 2, 3 USB cable. But as you know, I have this guy here, the OMTech fiber optic laser. Okay, I have the 55, and now I have the actual 130 watts. So I knew I was gonna get something bigger, so I prepared for this. Plus now you have 2 cameras, okay, and maybe in the future I'm gonna get a camera for this guy too. I don't need it, but you know. So now I got about 5 USB cable. Okay, so I have one here that's for the camera. The bottom one is for the 150 watts. I got this one just for music. Okay, I have music for my speakers, and 2 of them, one for the fiber optic, one for the 55 watt. Okay, so again, and I still have actually one more here. I put my cable, and there's one more in the back over here for actually just the USB. Okay, if I want to put anything on it. So what we did, just to let you know guys, to start with, when you align your camera, there's a program in Windows 10. If you have Windows 10, you can just always open a cam and just will show you the USB. As you see right now, this is the USB, okay? Very clear, but if I put an object here sometimes, I do kind of, you know, not clear 100%, but on the camera at least not clear, but I can see it very clear, which is just amazing, especially with the lights always reflecting. Again, this is a wide fisheye angle camera, and I installed the other one, same thing in here. I did a review on this one here, and this guy I just actually end up gluing it, okay, here and here. I just glued it, and actually it does the job fine too. So let me show you that one too. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here and switch between cameras, and this is here's the camera, so it shows the whole bed size. Okay, so that works fine too. And then we're gonna open a LightBurn, and we're gonna go from there, explain to you how to do this. We are gonna try our best, and please, if you have any comment or any questions I can help you with, always feel free to leave a comment, and we'll go from there. Wish me luck. So now we're gonna go open LightBurn, okay, and then we're gonna go under laser tool, okay, and you're gonna go to calibrate camera lens, okay, and here you're gonna choose your camera, okay. So I gotta choose this is my camera for the actual bed, and then you have the fish eye, okay. You can choose what camera you have, but if you don't know your camera, do not choose it because it throws everything off. So I use none, okay, and click next. Now it's gonna ask you to do this. So basically what is this, is asking you to put on the box something, example, so you can actually calibrate your lens. I put it on a cardboard. We can use an actual box as they're recommending, just to make sure it's higher than your bed. But I like to do it, I always like to do it all the way to the bed, that way, because you're almost zero out to everything. So anything on that bed, I'll bring the laser in and actually focus on that cardboard. So what I do, I'll bring the laser here, and then I'm gonna do a focus. I'm gonna do an autofocus to the cardboard. The laser's gonna come up, and it's gonna focus to the cardboard. You'll see it on the left hand small screen. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back. I'll just take the laser all the way back home to not be in the way. Okay, so that's what I did. So now you can download this actual diagram from the internet by clicking here, and what here is telling you that ideally you want to get, you know, 3 or less is the ideally. With a score of 1 or less, okay, you can click next. Okay, but the more you're smaller to 0.33, 0.20, the more high quality you get of pictures. Right now, just me looking at this, I know I'm not gonna get quality, okay, because I cannot even see it from here. So I'm gonna turn off, actually. I know it's barely, you can see it, you can barely see my bed, but at least I can see this guy, okay. And I'm gonna line it up as much as I can to the center of the actual bed, okay. So this is my center of the bed. I'll line it up, and I'm gonna click capture image, and it's not finding it, okay, because probably the lighting. So I'm gonna try to somehow put one kind of light at least to see if it will see it. So now we're seeing it, and the quality is 0.14. It says great, okay. So when it says great, you're good to go. Click next. Don't worry about this image here. All you're worrying about the quality, okay. So click next. Now it's telling you bring it to the front of the machine. We're gonna drag it to the front of the machine, okay. We're gonna bring it all the way to the front of the bed, because I'm bringing this to the front of the bed, okay. The actual picture, to the front of the bed. So we're gonna click capture, and let's see. I'm looking for a great. Here you go, 14, great. Click next. Even here is distorted, but don't worry about it. Now we're gonna go to the side on the right, okay, the left of the bed. Now it does say trying to twist it. I'm gonna keep it as it is, not twisting it. Okay, because it's showing it in the box here, so it's kind of confusing. Am I twisting it, or am I putting it in the box flat? So I'm just gonna keep it flat. Capture, and I have 28. It's great, but not that great. Let me see if I can get better. 29. It got worse. So let's see. Maybe a little bit lighting. It will help. I'm gonna put it in the middle of the bed. And I'm gonna give it a little bit lighting. Okay. Let's see. Click capture image. 27. It got better. We'll go next because it's still great. Now it's telling me to put it all the way on the other side. So I'm gonna turn one light off and turn the other light on the other room on. And we're gonna move this guy over here. And we're gonna click capture image. Now don't worry about how this looks because it's a fisheye. Not found. It's just the lighting, a weird angle. Let's see. Now it should find it. $29, still great. Click next. It's gonna ask me to put it all the way in the back. I put it all the way here, in the center, in the back, and then capture again. 24, and now click next. Now it give me these options. I can do those 4 corner, but it looked like it already gave me escape option, so I don't have to do this anymore. So I'm gonna escape. Okay, escape, escape, escape. Now it's telling me to do the alignment of the camera. Do not click finish, do the alignment while you're there. So we're gonna go to alignment, okay? It's gonna open a different screen. It's gonna show you this. Now it's gonna be a little bit different. Now we're gonna turn the machine. I had it off for a minute, and then we're gonna click next, okay? And now I'm gonna turn a piece of wood on the machine, okay? So let me explain to you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put a piece of wood here so I can engrave on it. Okay, of course it's gonna ask me for big piece of wood or something, which is I am gonna, because it's the big bed, so I recommend you putting something big. I understand you're gonna end up wasting something big, so try a cardboard or some material that you don't use, you're not gonna use to something. So we're gonna try. I had this material, this old material. I'm gonna use as a sacrifice material right now on the corner, because what the machine is gonna do is basically gonna engrave this. It's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and a mark in the middle. So that's why it's gonna be a sacrifice material. So let me show you what I'm gonna put in here. Something very big. It's basically a piece of wood, okay, but it's not that great of the material, okay. It's not. I think they call it MDF or something. But again, I use the back side, okay? So now we go and we'll change the 450. We'll do it maybe a 400. 400. We want to go the biggest we can. The biggest we can. So we're going to go for 400. Almost to the edge. So one little thing, I close this door, okay, and I do not recommend this to leave the door open and do the alignment, but I close the door, and it's gonna be a lot of smoke right now because I'm covering almost the whole bed and there's no air coming inside, so it's gonna be smoky. I'm gonna go in there right now after this adjustment, and I'm gonna click start so you can show you guys the machine's gonna start again. So we're gonna start, and the machine is gonna start engraving. It's gonna have a lot of smoke. I'm gonna fast forward this so you don't have to actually wait and see all this, okay? So after the smoke clear, okay, I'm opening the cover right now. So I open the cover, there's still smoke. Now just make sure that this is all the way open, okay, and it's not gonna move, okay? So a position that is gonna stay. So this is what actually it engraved. You can see engraved big number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a circle in the middle that we're never gonna use. I don't know why even this is here, but it's okay. Okay. So now we're gonna go to LightBurn right now, and we're gonna select, take a picture, and try to select the center. For example, on one, we're gonna try to select the center of this point, which is here. Okay. To tell the machine exactly what point is where. Okay. Here's LightBurn now. So for example, we're gonna click next after we finish that, and here's gonna ask us to, if you want to move your laser somewhere else, so we can move the laser all the way basically next to the home position, which it already is. Okay, and then we're gonna click capture image. It's gonna take a picture of the actual bed. Okay, we can take a couple of them if you're not gonna like the image, but this is a picture. Don't worry about it if it's not clear here. You're gonna click next, and you can actually zoom in. So here it's telling you click to mark number 1. So we're gonna put our mouse to the 0.0 here to mark number 1. So we're gonna try and go here and in the middle of number 1. That's number 1. Now it's gonna say mark number 2. Zoom out. You can zoom in here, or you can use your mouse. You know, zoom in and out. So I'm using my mouse. We're gonna zoom into number 2, and we're gonna actually go and click in the middle of number 2. Okay, as middle as possible you can think of, and then we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna go to number 3. Okay, and we're gonna go in the middle of number 3 somewhere here. That's number 3, and we're gonna, when we click number 4, it's gonna make a box telling the laser this is the actual, you know, your alignment. So we're gonna click and in here, so now I made a box. Okay, and now we're gonna click next, and now finish. So if I take a picture right now, if I go to LightBurn here right now and click update, okay, overlay, it should show me my bed size. Okay, for this is the actual bed, the whole bed of the machine. So to double check, what I usually do to double check this is accurate, okay, I go ahead and make 2 boxes. Okay, I make 1 box, and then I copy it, click on it, control copy, and make it just a little bit bigger by just, you know, make it a little bit bigger, and then both of them, select them and center them. The reason I did this, okay, I wanted to engrave this box. Okay, I want to engrave and take a picture to see if the position of this box is the same location. Okay, so instead of putting, you could put line, but in the line you might not see it, so I recommend doing a box. So I'm gonna group this box, make it something smaller so it will not take forever to engrave. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. Okay, and then we're gonna go layer, same setting, fill. I'm gonna do this one as a 100 interval. I'm gonna make it 100 to have better lying, more lying. And the machine is gonna go in there and start engraving. For purpose of this video only, I bypass my door, okay? But I don't recommend you doing that. So again, I'm making a box in here. I'm engraving a box, okay? So when the picture right now, when the camera is gonna take a picture, again, I didn't move this wood, I didn't move the camera, I didn't do nothing. I don't close the door and open it. I want to see the accuracy of the actual camera compared to what I did earlier. That's why I did not close the door, okay? Now I don't recommend you doing this because you might hurt yourself or something. I never recommend leaving the door open, but this is, I'm taking my own risk. This is something I'm doing. I don't want you to do this. But this is what I do to calibrate and to make sure if the door is moving or something like. I know because it's a new machine, big bed, so I'm just trying this and I'm showing you guys, see if this works, because I never had a big bed like this. So as soon as this guy done, okay, I will take a picture of it on the actual LightBurn and we'll compare how accurate this to the camera itself when it's showing, okay? So we'll go back to LightBurn. So again, I always trying to be safe. I wear glasses, okay, and all this stuff. So the idea of this right now, if I zoom in here and take another picture from the camera of LightBurn, it should be almost dead center because I just calibrated the machine. So if I'm not gonna move this box, I just zoomed in. The box is still in the same location. That's the most important thing. Do not move the box. Go to LightBurn here on the corner and then click on update overlay. So boom, that's how you know it's accurate. It's almost dead center, okay? Maybe it's a little bit off this direction, okay? We can always adjust the X and Y axis on this guy, but I'm not building a Swiss watch. All I want to do, example, I want to take a picture of something and put my item next to it and then, you know, align it. So you can see the box is actually in top of my engraving. Maybe I can go a little bit again. I can adjust, you can adjust this. So for example, here you can shift the X axis and Y axis. So this is the X. So if I go plus, see, it's gonna shift the bed left. If I go minus, it's gonna bring it minus. Instead of me moving my camera, I can just adjust this. So now I got it -1. I can do the same thing on the Y axis, up and down. So I can go up, you see, I can go down, okay? If I really want to be picky, I can go like this. This is almost maybe perfect, I want to say, or maybe leave it like this. So maybe on the Y is 0, but on the X -1. Then I'll save my setting, click save setting. Now it's perfect. But sometimes what you want to do, you want to take your box. So now I'm going to make it smaller just to save some more time, and I'm going to bring it all the way in here. I want to see a difference between accuracy here to this corner here, just to see if the laser is doing what it's supposed to be doing, okay? And then I'm going to actually click engrave again, and now it's going to go here and engrave. And after I take a picture, it should show me the same result, okay? So we'll see right now. So that was the other box I made earlier. Now I'm making a box over here. So the box over here, I just want to test the accuracy of my calibration. If you end up doing this test and when you took a picture of it again and your picture end up somewhere else, you did something wrong, redo the calibration. That means your calibration is not right, okay? So what I mean again, if I would have take a pictures and trying to engrave something and the engraving came out over here, that means your camera calibration you did something wrong. You choose the wrong option. And usually the way you're gonna choose the wrong option, I will tell you in a minute after we do this, okay? So right now, this is the new box. So it's still open, and actually I'm gonna go here and take a picture again, and you can see a little bit off, a little bit down. So I can adjust this guy to, remember we said we can go to minus maybe 5, maybe a little more. Again, it's the big bed, okay? So I'm not looking for something 100% perfect. Plus I have a big fisheye lens, okay? So that could be another problem with my calibration, the way I calibrated it, because I can already tell here, like here I'm seeing the guide, here I'm not seeing. So my calibration wasn't 100% done right. Maybe I put the wrong paper in the wrong spots. Maybe I should have did the side ones. I show you how that it asked me for 4 corners. I did not do that, okay? So I recommend you, if you want to do it, do it. Give me the option to skip, I skipped it for the video. But this is actually very good for now for me, because again, all I'm using is, for example, I want to put my sheet somewhere and just guide it, and I'm still gonna like 100%, you know, put it in. I'm not gonna go by this. I have a different trick. If you end up actually cutting a wood and make a mistake, how to redo it again. This will be in a different video, but this is actually just something temporary. It should work perfect, okay? One little thing that I was telling you earlier, I'm going to show you if you make a mistake of calibration, is here. When you go calibrate lens, when you go to tool and calibrate lens, make sure you don't choose one of these. If your camera is not 8 megapixel and it's not 120 angle, do not click on that, because now you're changing the feel of your camera, you're changing everything else, and it will not give you that option. If I click this right now and click next, it's not going to give me the option. It's going to tell me, okay, just calibrate. Alignment, it's not going to give me the option of that keyboard I showed you earlier, you know, that board. So you got to be careful, okay? Make sure you have the right settings selected. I hope you liked this video. Leave me a comment or something, or if you have any help, you need any help, I'll try my best to help you. Have a nice day.